Hi, this is Brad Constantine, and this is a podcast recording of the Old Testament. Although this is not an official recording of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, every effort's been made to be as doctrinally accurate as possible. I'll be using for the text the Joseph Smith translation of the Old Testament, along with many commentaries from general authorities of the Church, BYU professors, Bible scholars, and others. This format will be very detailed, and so if you want a deep analysis of the Old Testament, you come to the right place. Thanks for your attendance. Welcome back. This is going to be actually for Jeremiah 27 and 28. I'm not going to actually read the scriptures. I'm just going to read a narrative out of the Institute manual that will kind of sum up these two chapters. Although Jeremiah 27:1 dates the prophecy about Judah's bondage to Jehoiakim's reign, verses 3 and 12 suggest that it was given during Zedekiah's reign, not Jehoiakim. Ambassadors from several neighboring countries had come to Zedekiah with the proposal that unitedly they could defeat Babylon. Jeremiah was instructed to take bonds and yokes and wear them to symbolize that it was the Lord's will that they submit to their would-be conquerors. The message that they not try to change the decrees of God was also given by Jeremiah. Their lands were assigned to Babylon until their country ripened in iniquity and reaped its own reward. A promise to Judah was given in verse 11 that submission was their only hope of retaining their lands. Not every message that is claimed to be from God truly is, nor does every messenger bring his word. Jeremiah warned Zedekiah that the prophets who were saying that Babylon would not capture Judah should try to preserve the remnant of temple treasures left from the first and second conquests of Nebuchadnezzar. Jeremiah was pointing out that his promises of captivity were realistic, whereas the promises of delivery from Babylon made by the false prophets ignored reality, since the Babylonians had already proven they could conquer Judah with impunity. And then to summarize chapter 28, the intensity of the debate that raged in Jerusalem is clearly seen in Jeremiah 28. Hananiah claimed to know from God that not only would Zedekiah's people not go into captivity, but the Babylonians' power, or the yoke, had been broken, and the temple treasures and the captives would be returned within 2 years. In verse 6, Jeremiah's Amen to the Lord, Amen, the Lord do so, is sarcastic, a challenge to see whose prophecies would be fulfilled. Moses taught that one test of a true prophet is whether his words come to pass. Jeremiah had prophesied destruction and captivity, Hananiah return and restoration. Jeremiah's response was simply that the prophet whose words would come to pass is the one chosen by the Lord. To dramatize his prophecy, Hananiah broke the yokes off Jeremiah's shoulders, predicting that God would do the same to Judah's Babylonian yoke. The Lord's response was simple and powerful. The yokes of wood would become yokes of iron. Hananiah's death, prophesied by Jeremiah, should have convinced Zedekiah and the people which of these two men was the true prophet, but they were too hard-hearted to respond. So that's the end of the chapters, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Wait a minute. A couple of verses at the end of the chapter I just want to read. Then said, verse 15, Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. Ooh, that's also around the time of the Feast of Tabernacles and the Day of Atonement. That should be a sign to Zedekiah that there's a problem. Anyway, that's the end of the chapter. We'll see you next time. Bye.